Imagine a realm where the sword and the spell are not separate disciplines, but two halves of a single devastating whole, and the knights who wield them are the last line of defense against an encroaching darkness that consumes magic itself. You are part of the Knights Magi, an elite order tasked with bridging the gap between martial prowess and arcane mastery, only to find that this dual path isn't just about power, but about bearing the weight of a tradition that is dying as fast as the world around it. But when you discover that being a Knight Magi isn't just about fighting monsters, but about navigating the treacherous politics of a feudal society that fears what it cannot control, you realize that honor isn't given. It's forged in the crucible of war through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to Knights Magi, the fourth pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Terry Mancour's Spellmonger series. If you love magical knight tropes, kingdom building, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist master both blade and spell through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of societal reconstruction. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's elevation to the rank of Knight Magi, thrusting him into a race against time to secure his domain before rival factions or magical anomalies erase his legacy. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of steel and ozone, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where he is branded a heretic by the very church he serves. Mancour excels at capturing the psychological toll of leadership, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but the loss of progress made across centuries. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular Battlemage Commander trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about casting spells, it's about understanding the complex ecology of magical politics, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of Spellmonger lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that views them as data. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Knights Magi is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Terry Mancour has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.